Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has presented her 8th consecutive budget, and the highlight of this budget is that there will be no tax for up to 12 lakh per annum of income. Now, this is going to be a big relief for the salaried class, and to explain this in simple words, we have someone who is an expert in taxation, Mr. Nishant Shah. We have with us Mr. Nishant Shah. Sir, firstly, I would like to know your opening remarks on the budget that Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has presented.
I think overall the budget, if you see when she started also, she said that my focus is going to be on 4 parts. The Aam Janta, the MSMEs, exports and incentives. And if you see the overall allocation of funds under the budget as well as the tax proposals are been very effectively and balanced to in a way benefit every sector in an appropriate manner. 2 things I would like to also highlight is that while taking into consideration the need of the sectors, various sectors, she has very effectively balanced that also. So if you see for the toy sector or the footwear sector, where certain tariff barriers or non-tariff barriers have been implemented, like BIS, quality control, etc., she is given various incentive schemes. Or in relation to the shipping sector, which was facing a lot of challenge, there is a whole incentive which is given of 25,000 crores for the maritime sector. How that is used is yet to be seen. But it's a very balanced budget, therefore, on an overall basis that has been put across.
Sir, as you know that the highlight of this budget has been of the 12 lakh up to no income tax up to 12 lakh per annum income. How do you see that as now it is going to be a relief for the middle class, salaried class, but do you think that would help in boosting the economy?
Yeah, so much different from what earlier budgets have been, where the slab rate is typically the first topping in the budget proposals. Ms. Sitharaman, knowing very well that that will bring a different kind of a boost in the crowd across the country, she had put it as the last part of the budget, and I think this is a very effective pronouncement of increasing the slab almost double, taking it to 12 lakhs, and therefore what she has done is she has made it very simple and easy for salaried income almost up to 12, in fact 12.75, which is almost up to 13 lakhs, by creating this kind of a situation. Now what happens is that she mentioned a small clause from Thiruvur also, and which says that the government which is having its ears to the people or to the country is a more effective government. Today the need of the hour were 2 things. One, more income in the hands of the individuals or the growing MSME or the growing middle class, for 2 purposes. One, to face the growing inflation, and second is because there was a slowdown in the economy. How do you create a boost in the economy? By changing this slab rate, there is a significant now residue which will be left, which was otherwise being paid away as tax, which will be available in the hands of the individuals, and that will facilitate in further expenditure by the middle class into the economy, and thereby the boost of the economy. So therefore, by one amendment, it is giving an impact on 2-3 aspects very effectively. Another important point is that where is this going to be financed by? Because it is going to result into a significant loss in the revenue, in the exchequer, by giving this. I think the thought process is that by giving this sort of a reduction, there will be growth in the income, and that growth in the income or the residue income will result into expenditure in the economy. That expenditure in the economy will facilitate in larger numbers of GST collection, which will go to compensate for the loss in the direct tax revenue.
Sir, so you are here trying to say that per capita consumption will increase if people have more money in hands, the money that was going to go into taxes. Now people have that for them to spend. So that would help. That is what you are trying to say?
Yeah, it is expected to, because see, that's the normal economic rule, that no sooner you have more residual income in the hands of the middle class or the population of a jurisdiction, there is bound to be additional expenditure incurred out of this residual income. And therefore, with taxing something lesser or letting that residue income be there, obviously it is bound to result into larger income in the hands of the individuals and therefore larger expenditure and larger growth in the economy.
Sir, Finance Minister has said that she is going to table the income tax bill. So, your views on that? What one can expect from that?
So, as you would be aware that for some time now, in fact in the earlier budgets also, she had mentioned that there is a proposal to introduce what is known as the direct tax bill, the direct tax code, to revamp the whole income tax, because the Income Tax Act, as we know right now, is a very archaic act, and there is a need to revamp the whole thing to bring it in line with the global best practices, and also to make it more investor friendly and bring in larger investments as well as conducive to the taxpayers. With that aim in mind, there was a need to revamp that. You cannot revamp overnight. You can also not revamp without taking industry consultation. I think therefore it's a very effective move to put a new bill into the parliament. I assume that it will be put up for comments and things. Once the comments come in, I think they will be taken into consideration, but revising the entire bill. And I think in the budget speech she mentioned that the overall bill becomes half the size of the current Income Tax Act.
So one last question. On a scale of 1 to 5, how much would you rate this budget?
I think a very significant budget from the perspective what is, and especially considering that it's not an election year, or it's not the election year coming in the next couple of years or something also. I would, and still such an effective budget, I would rank it at 9 out of 10.
So, viewers, we hope that you would have now got an idea of what the budget, what a taxation part in the budget looks like, and we are going to keep you posted. We are going to also have a full-fledged explainer video on the takeaways from this budget. Do stay tuned to HW News English for more such news and updates.
Stay ahead with our cutting-edge news app. Instantly access the latest shorts in just 1 minute and breaking news in just 50 words. Download now for a smarter, faster news experience.